Hello, this is John S. Rhodes of the Rhodes Brothers. And if you are unhappy with your life, by all means, you need to stop doing this one thing. Now, I'm going to break that thing down into 5 parts so that you thoroughly understand it. And we're going to dive into certain aspects of psychology and also certain activities that you can be doing to prevent the madness and the sadness. Again, this is John S. Rhodes of the Rhodes Brothers. This is Greater Wealth Through Mastery. Now, lesson number one is that more stuff won't fill the gap that you feel inside. If you feel like there's emptiness or a hole, more stuff, more material items, more goods won't fill that gap. They're on the outside and they can never get onto the inside. They can only adjust and otherwise shove around your emotions. Happiness just doesn't really come from what you own. Now, at first, you might get a yip or an aha or some feels, but it comes down to who you are and how you perceive yourself. Your inner world, your inner castle, the inner citadel is really what matters. And you can fill that up. You can build that up. You can bolster that in a variety of ways. We'll touch on that in the next tips. Okay, so lesson number 2, chasing things and chasing what's on the outside of the world and the real physical, material world. That includes luxury items. That includes, in some cases, some upgrades in your life. It includes other people in many cases. But if you chase things in the outside world, you'll never catch them. You'll never catch the actual essence of what you want. For example, let's say you finally get that luxury car. You save up for it, you get the luxury car, you feel good for a short while, and it does not take long for you to lose that feeling and then actually crave and desire a much better car than the luxury car that you might have just recently purchased. So stop running and start living. Appreciate what you've got. It's a very easy practice to be very thankful and grateful for exactly what you've got, but then make plans to achieve and do more. So you can look forward to the horizon for inspiration and energy, and then you can look at what you have and even look back at your accomplishments and things that you have acquired and look at them objectively to measure where you are as opposed to the goals that you have set for where you want to be. So at different points in your life, you're making goals. You're like, I want to have that. I want to go there. I want this to happen and so forth. Well, that's fine to measure and look at in the here and now, and even look backwards a little bit. But that means that if you're looking at what you have right now and you're looking back, you are experiencing and re-experiencing and loving and re-loving those things that you've accomplished, those things that you set out to do. You can be in the moment and really appreciate exactly what you've got, what you've accomplished, those around you and everything. And instead of looking to the horizon or looking to the future for the gratification and for the energy to crave and want more, well, no, just use it as inspiration to move forward toward the goals, right? Use it as a way of kicking yourself in the butt to move forward farther, but don't crave it. Don't desire what you see in the future, in the horizon. Lesson number 3, this is a great one because this is not about you, it's about what you are doing with the outside world. And that's because true happiness comes from what you give. And what I would say is it doesn't mean donations, it doesn't mean charity, although that's perfectly fine, perfectly reasonable, it's admirable. But it really comes down to the value that you provide other people. You see, if you create services and products for other people, if you are in business or if you're planning to start a business, you might be thinking, that I'm loving money, I'm greedy. It's not the love of money. It's much more than that, right? It's not money itself that's bad. It's the love of money. That's no good. Of course, we all know that. It is not money. It is the love and the craving of money. Certainly money does great things, but it's the love of that money. Like, oh, I must have the money. You need to flip that 180 degrees, like truly use judo on that concept. on the concept of what you give. You can give tremendous value to people. You can give people $100 of value and only charge real money, let's say $10. So they're getting 10 times the value that you provide. You get $10, they get $100 of value. That, my friend, is giving. Again, it's not what you get, it's more about what you give. That's where happiness comes from. And then guess what? Everyone wins because people get what they want because that's the value you're providing, and you get what you need and what you want, which is the money. Again, this isn't from the aspect of being an entrepreneur, starting a business, making money, and so on. So focus on those things that actually matter. Let's kind of dial this in, move in from business and being an entrepreneur. Let's dial it in to people, experiences, and love. And you can give, you can freely, admire, respect, and love another person. You can freely create experiences for yourself and others. You can go for a walk and appreciate nature. So you can give that as a gift to yourself. That is a mind-blowing concept, that you can create gifts to yourself, and you can be happy about what you've done for yourself with something as simple as taking a walk, going out into nature, listening to the birds, looking at the flowers and smelling them, taking the dog for a walk and being present in that moment. That is giving to yourself, and it's appreciating in the here and now. It's a very powerful concept. Lesson number 4, the very next thing that you accomplish, the very next thing that you crave, especially when it's that kind of energy that you're putting in, that won't fix your problems, right? That just, the next thing will not solve all your problems. It might solve an immediate short-term problem, like I need some money, therefore I'm going to work. I accumulate some money, then I spend that money, and problem solved. Okay, fine. But you're not missing anything on the outside. You're not actually giving anything up. If you don't accomplish what it is you set out to do, you either win or you learn. You win or you learn. We have a video on that on the Rhodes Brothers channel. Go check it out. But listen, you win or you learn. So if you do not accomplish what it is you set out to do in some time frame, some goal that you have, it's not the end. It's an opportunity to learn and then do even better and really appreciate the effort, the process itself. We always look back and say, wow, look at what I've accomplished. It's not so much what we've accomplished, it's how we've accomplished it, like what went into it, the value of the thing that gets done, the accomplishment. The value is in the doing, not in the having. That is the key here. So what you already need, what you crave and desire, is actually not out there. It's right in here. It's in you. It's in your mind, right? It's in your soul, right? It's in your heart. You already have it. It's already there, but you've been looking to the outside to try to get that. So if you're unhappy with your life, then stop looking out, look in, and then realize that by doing that, you're able to provide so much value and so many gifts to the outside world at the same time. And the gaps inside are filled because you're focused on the inside first, not in some selfish way or some narcissistic way, but you're actually building yourself up. And what that means is you can provide more support, more value, more gifts to the outside world, other people, and far, far beyond that. Not just customers, but friends and colleagues, neighbors, partners, spouses, children, grandparents, parents, all of them. Lesson number 5, and there's a bonus, so stick with me. Lesson number 5 is that freedom isn't in having more. So if you're chasing what's in the outside world, if you're chasing material goods and you're chasing, in some cases, even experiences that are out there for the sake of being out there and doing those things out there, well, it's not just having more, especially the physical stuff. It's actually the opposite of that. It absolutely invert this idea. It's not in having more, it's in needing less. The man who is rich has $99 and he only needs $5. The man who is poor has $1,000 but thinks he needs 5,000. So if you already, do you see the difference there? One has 1,000, one has 99. The $99 person, while sounding like doesn't have all that much, he only needs like $50. He needs $5, but he's got 99. So abundance is everywhere and flowing all through his life. He has all that extra, all the extra funds, all the extra dollars. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is to him because his needs are low. His actual craving is very low. Whereas the person who has loads of money, comparatively speaking, like almost 10 times, no, more than 10 times as much, going from 99 to 1,000, that's like 10 times, more than 10 times more, but they need 5,000. Oh, I must have 5,000. I need 5,000. When that happens, you will always crave. You will never have freedom. It's in needing less. And there's a way of making this work very quickly. A secret tip is that you can let go of what you have, let go of the stuff that's weighing you down. And in fact, you can let go and use that for other people, again, as a gift to help other people. Like, I don't need that, and don't want it, don't desire it, don't crave it. Other people can have these things. Now, here's the bonus tip. So thrilled that you stuck with me. This bonus is so important, is that you need, and I truly mean that, you need to stop being bored and stop being boring. Here's what I mean by that. You can be far less bored by being far less boring. You can make yourself be exciting. You can think exciting thoughts. You can do exciting things. You can do things that are even basic and mundane, everyday, pedestrian, regular. But you're grateful, you're positive, you're energetic, you're appreciative, and that energy will flow to the outside world, from inside you to the outside world, and to others, and to even your entire environment. And so that makes you far more interesting. It makes you intriguing, more mysterious, more intellectual if that's what you seek. It'll make you more personable, easygoing, less stress, less frustration, all of that by being less boring, being in the present, being in the moment, being grateful. By doing that, you will be less boring, and therefore you will stop being bored. You know why? Because you will attract goodness. You will attract love. You will attract exactly the right people that you want to have around you. And it is a wonderful circle of life. Attracting the right people makes you feel better. You feel better. Things get better, less boring. And then you attract more of these people into your life. And so your network of positive, awesome, great people increases as well. People are far more exciting. This is the key within the key. People are far more exciting than stuff most of the time. You are exciting. And what I would say to every single person, and I have done this to the best of my ability, is chase excellence. Truly chase excellence, because that is not just moving forward, chasing, going after. So go after, be aggressive in a positive way. Be aggressive because that's a process. It's a process. Be aggressive about chasing excellence. And excellence is what you define. It's being grateful. It's being loving. It's being wonderful. It's being happy, truly happy, not being unhappy. So this is exactly, these are all the things to stop doing. And it mostly deals with the outside world controlling you, and you instead controlling your inside life, your own mind, your own heart, your own thoughts, your inner world, and then your outer world will transform as a result. This is great advice for small businesses, for entrepreneurs, people doing side hustles. It's great for people that volunteer. It's great for people who have jobs. It's great for everyone, because everyone goes through periods of life where they are unhappy. And usually one of these lessons is a trigger for what transforms from negative to positive. You've probably experienced this yourself, or you've seen it in other people at least. and you know what I'm saying. You're very, very clear about this. So if you enjoyed this video, by all means, pass it along to someone else. I would really appreciate that. Share with other people. Share with other people. Provide the gift to other people, because it's word of mouth referrals exactly from people like you that help the channel grow. It's meaningful. It's a gift. It's wonderful. We appreciate it so much. Of course, if you have a comment, leave one below. Ask a question, or just leave your favorite tip. Pick the favorite tip that we've provided about overcoming being unhappy with your life. Post it below. Of course, if you need true help and something's really going on, seek professional help. I will also say, please, if you can, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It really, truly does matter to the Rhodes brothers. The algorithms seem to care about it. So please go ahead and do that. We appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next training. Take care.